Hello my dear students, welcome to the class of 11th English Medium. The subject is Statistics, Chapter 3, Measures of Central Tendency, brought to you by Vitan Sir. In my last tutorial, we explained the concept of empirical method, that was calculating mode when it is not possible to calculate it using the regular method of continuous frequency distribution. That is, we have to use the empirical method. The formula is 3m minus 2x bar. You can find the link at the top of your screen. This time we are going to discuss the last concept of this chapter, that is calculating mode using the graphical method. Okay, mode is the only measure among the measures of central tendency which we can actually calculate using a graph. So there is no other method in which we can use graph to calculate the measure. Mode is the only one, and I believe that there is actually not much of an explanation here. Where we can't calculate mode for the continuous data using the regular formula, we can use graphical method of finding mode using histogram. Now I am sure that you have not actually learned anything about histogram or how to calculate a histogram. I will also explain that here. This method is used for data with equal or unequal class lengths. That means whether the classes are equal or unequal doesn't matter, but we can't calculate a mode for the bimodal classes. That means if a data a distribution has bimodal, that means more than one modes, then we can't use the histogram. We have to use the empirical method only. But if the classes are equal or unequal, then in those cases we can use this method to calculate mode. I will directly take an illustration here because that would be the best to explain how to create histogram and how to calculate mode using that. Let us start with illustration 37. The following data shows the number of empty seats per bus for the buses leaving the depot. We have to find the modal number of empty seats using the graphical method. Now let's check out the data first. The data is number of empty seats, number of buses, and the data is 1 to 4 and then 5 to 8. That means this is an inclusive kind of a data, and because we can't use inclusive kind of a data into calculations, I will be converting this data into the exclusive kind of a data. What can we do for converting inclusive to exclusive? We deduct 0.5 from the lower limits and add 0.5 to the upper limits. So it would be 0.5 to 4.5, 4.5 to 8.5, 8.5 to 12.5, and so on. I will rewrite the frequencies here. Now I have to create a histogram using this frequency distribution. Right now all the classes are equal. Because the class lengths are equal, I can directly start with a histogram here. Now as you can see, the class lengths are 0.5 to 4.5, 4.5 to 8.5. I have drawn the data here. The maximum data goes up to 19. So I am taking 0 to 4, 6, 8, 10 up to 20 in the y-axis, and on the x-axis, because our data is already small, I am taking from 0 to 25. So I am directly taking 1 values. You can even take 2 values if you want. Now the classes are from 0.5 to 4.5 and the frequency for that is 4. So what you have to do, you have to draw a bar. Okay, histogram is just a collection of bar diagrams, but these are a two-dimensional diagrams. Why? Because usually in bar diagrams only the values of y-axis matter, but in histogram values of x-axis also matter. So let's see. This is the first histogram which you are going to draw. Now look at where does it stand on the x-axis. On x-axis it starts from the 0.5 and stretches up to 4.5. That is its width, and the height, the frequency is 4, so height is up to 4. So the histogram is drawn using the classes and the frequency. So its width is according to its class and height is according to its frequency. Let's check out the second histogram. Okay, second bar for the second class. But remember one thing, that histogram does not leave any space in between because it continuously goes in using the classes. So the next bar will start where our first bar has ended, that is 4.5. The second class is from 4.5 to 8.5 and the frequency is 7. So bar will look something like this. It will start at 4.5, end at 8.5 and its frequency will be 7. Similarly, next class is 8.5 to 12.5 and the frequency is 12. So we will draw a bar which starts at 8.5, ends at uh, 12.5 and its height is 12. Similarly, next will be 12.5 to 16.5, that and with the height of 19. Then similarly 16.5 to 20.5 on the x-axis, and on the y-axis the height of 9. And the last one is 20.5 to 24.5 on the x-axis and the height is 3. Okay, so that is the conclusion of drawing our histogram. But can you actually calculate mode from the data which we have here? No, we still need to do one last thing so that we can get the actual value of the mode. Okay, now looking at the data, you can naturally see that mode is the class with the highest frequency. So right now, which bar has the highest height? Then it would be the one with the dark green color, that is the frequency of 19. The class is 12.5 to 16.5. Okay, so right now we have the highest bar, uh, this one. Okay, and there are two adjacent bars here, the previous frequency and the next frequency. So what we are going to do, we are going to note down 4 points. The first point will be the A here, then second will be the second point B here. These are the top 2 points of our bar. Okay, next we are going to point down this point where our maximum frequency bar joins with the top level value of the next, that I am going to name as C. And then this point where our maximum bar joins with the previous bar. Okay, so I hope you guys are getting which 4 points I am pointing here. The first top 2 points and then the collision points with the previous and the next bars. Now I am drawing two lines here, one ranging from B point to D point and another from A point to C point. Okay, so I have to cross two lines here, from B to D and A to C, and their intersection value. Okay, so I am going to draw a straight line from their intersection onto the x-axis, and this line here, the value which is here is around 14.2, because it is between 14 to 15, and it seems we can estimate that okay, this is a 14.2 value. So that would be your mode. So the from data we can say that the mode is around 14.2 sets. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to take an exclusive frequency distribution, draw the histograms according to its class and frequency, then depict A, B, C, D points on the highest bar, and then cross two lines, and their intersection point on x-axis will give you the value of mode. Okay, let's do one more so that we can understand it better. Illustration 38. The distribution of the share prices of a company on different days is given in the following table. We have to find the mode for the share prices using the graphical method. Okay, the data is given, the share prices and the number of days. Now share prices are 200 to 210, 210 to 220, 220 to 240, 240 to 260, 260 to 300, and the total. And the frequencies are there. Now if you look at the data here, you will see that all the classes are not equal, the class lengths are unequal. some have 10 class length, some have 20, and some has 40. So to create a histogram, we will have to find the proportionate frequencies. What do I mean by that? That for example, the first class has the 10 class length and the frequency is 4. Second class has 10 class length and frequency is 13. The third class has 20 class length and frequency is 36. So I will have to convert it according to the 10 class length. Means the frequencies should be, all of the frequencies should be according to the class length 10, the minimum class length available. Because if the class lengths are more, then of course more number of observations will fall between those classes. So I have to find the proportionate values for all the classes. And how we are going to do that? So to calculate the proportionate frequencies, the each frequency of a class are multiplied with the minimum class length available and then are divided by the class length of their own classes. Let's see. I have shown the calculation in the following table here. First, the share prices, class length, number of days, and the proportionate frequencies. Then the share prices are like this. I have written down class length of each class for the purpose of simplification: 10, 10, 20, 20, and 40. Now the frequency, those are the number of days: 4, 13, 36, 16, and 8. Okay. What we need to do? Multiply each frequency with the minimum class length and divide it by the class length of that particular class. So right now the first class has 4 frequency, and if you see from the class length, the minimum class length is 10. So all the frequencies will be multiplied with 10. Now for the first class, its own class length is also 10. So it will be 4 into 10 upon 10, the 4. Because the first one is already in the proportion, the second one is also in the proportion, 13 into 10 upon 10. But from the second one, the problem starts. The class length of third class is 20. So 36 will be multiplied with the minimum class length 10 and divided by 20. So the proportionate frequency which we will get is 18. So assuming that if class length was 10, the frequency of third class would be 18. Similarly, for the fourth class, 16 into 10 upon 20, assuming the class length was 10, the frequency of fourth class should be 8. Okay, because fourth class has 20 class lengths, so two groups of 10 and 10 class lengths, which would distribute 16 as 8 and 8. Similarly, for the last class, we have 40 class lengths, so 8 will be multiplied with 10 and divided with 40, we will get 2. So now when we create histogram, we are not going to use the number of days, we are going to use proportionate frequency to depict it on the y-axis. Now our share price are from 200 to 210, 210 to 220, 220 to 240, 240 to 260, 260 to 300. That we will depict on histogram with their proportionate frequencies. That means 200 to 210 will have 4 frequency, 210 to 220 will have 13 frequency, 220 to 240 will have 18 frequency, and 240 to 260 will have 8, 260 to 300 will have 2 frequency. Let's see how we create the histogram using this data. First of all, draw the bar here. Now, as you can see, our data starts from 200 actually. So that's why I am not depicting all the values from 0 to 200. I am directly starting from 190 here rather than starting from 0. Okay, we can do that. And on the x-axis, I am saying y-axis, I am taking the same value here, that is 0 to 4, because the maximum data is 18. So 0 to 4, 6 up to 20 frequency I am taking. On the x-axis, I am taking values in the multiple of 5 here. So 190, 195, 200 up to 300, because checking out the data at the end will be easier calculating the mode. If you want, you can take this data in the multiple of 10s also, 190, 200, 210, depending on the size of your graph paper. Now first was 200 to 210 with the frequency of 4. So it will look something like this. I have drawn a bar which starts from 200, ends at 210, and its height is 4 frequency. Next was from 210 to 220, the height was 13 frequency. Next was 220 to 240 with the height of frequency 18. You can see the width of the bar has increased because we have the 20 class length here. Similarly, 240 to 360 with the height of 8, and last one 260 to 300 with the height of just 2. So this is how our bar is going to look like. Okay, so this histogram is over. Next we have to start with the mode. 4 points: first one, second one, third one, and fourth one I am going to show here. And after the calculation of these points, I will join B with D, A with C, and then draw a vertical line which will depict our answer as 227. So from the data we can say that the mode of share price is around 227 rupees. Okay, so I have drawn A, B, C, D, and I have connected them with two crisscrossing lines, and then the intersection point I have found a straight line to it towards the x-axis, and that gives us the value of the mode. Next, I am going to continue with my exercise 3.5. The last two sums were left, question number 5 and 6. We will complete those because they were the questions using the graphical method. Question number 5. The table below shows the weights of 86 apples from a garden. We have to find the mode for the weights of apples. Also, we have to find mode using the graphical method. That means we have to find mode using our regular method and then the mode using the graphical method. Let's see what we can do here. Weights of apples, number of apples, that would be frequency. The weights of apples are distributed into a continuous classes which are exclusive, and also we can see that all the class lengths are equal. That means using the graphical method will not create a problem for us. Okay, all the classes are equal. That means we don't have to use the empirical method here. We can directly use our regular model class method, where maximum frequency class is maximum frequency 23, so the class is 150 to 160. Now we should remember here that for using the regular method we need lower limit, the fm, the f1, the f2, and the class lengths. So fm, lower limit of the class is 150, the fm is 23, previous frequency 19, next frequency 10, and the class length are 10 for all the classes. We will put the formula mo is equal to L plus fm minus f1 upon 2fm minus f1 minus f2 into c. Putting the value 150 plus 23 minus 19 upon 46 minus 19 minus 10 into 10. Simplifying this, we get 150 plus 4 upon 17 into 10. And when we simplify this, we get mode as 150 plus 2.35, that is 152.35. Okay, so if I write a statement, the modal weight is 152.35 grams. Now we have to depict the same data using a histogram. All the class lengths are equal, so we don't have to find the proportionate frequency here. The classes are 122, 130, 132, 140, and so and so, and the maximum frequency is 23, so we will have to draw our frequency accordingly. So the histogram value will be something like this. I have taken 5 here because maximum is high quite. So 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so and so. The value starts from 120 and ends at 190. So I am starting my x-axis from 115 and end it at 195. So to keep a gap between the two values. So first class 120 to 130 with the frequency. Next 130 to 140 with the frequency accordingly, 140 to 150, 150 to 160, 160 to 170, 170 to 180, 180 to 190. So all of these classes and the frequencies are depicted in a histogram like this. Next, we have to depict the points A, B, C, and D, and then connect these points B with D, A with C. So I hope you guys remember which points we are supposed to connect here. The intersection, I will take it directly to the x-axis, and the data there, the value there feels like 152. So the according to our formula we calculated 152.35 grams, but because this is a graph paper, 0.35 is difficult to calculate, so I'm just going to keep it as 152 grams. So from the data we can see that the mode of weight of apples is around 152 gram. If we had a more detailed graph paper, you know, we might even be able to calculate 0.35 here, but because this is a simple graph paper, I'm only calculating up to 152 grams. So as you can see that drawing a histogram gives us an idea about what could be the value of mode. Let's complete this tutorial with a last question. With that, our exercise 3.5 will be over, and almost all the methods of this chapter will be over. Last one or two illustrations will be left, which I will explain in the next tutorial. So the last question, question number 6, the data about monthly house rent paid by 50 families is given below. We have to find the mode for house rent paid using the graphical method. Now from the data, house rent in 1000 rupees and number of families. Now from the data you can see that the classes are not actually equal, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, then 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 50. So if I write down the class lengths here, 5, 5, 10, 10, 20, and then I will have to calculate the proportionate frequency. Right now the minimum class length is 5, so all the frequencies will be multiplied by 5 and divided by respective class lengths. For example, the first class minimum frequency, minimum class length is 5, and the class length of that class is also 5. So 1 into 5 upon 5, 1. Similarly, 7 into 5 upon 5, 7. 14 into 5 upon 10, 7. 16 into 5 upon 10, 8. And 12 into 5 upon 20, 3. So now for each classes, the proportionate frequencies will be used to create the histogram. As you can see, the maximum proportionate frequency is up to 8. So I have taken 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9 values. And the classes are from 0 to 50. So I have taken 0 to 50 on the x-axis, starting with the first class, which is 0 to 5 and the frequency is 1. Then 5 to 10 with the frequency 7. 10 to 20 with the frequency 7. 20 to 30 with the frequency 8, and 30 to 50 with the frequency 3. As you can see here, this is how our histogram looks. Now the maximum bar, the highest frequency here is 8, the proportionate frequency, and we have to use the same thing for calculating mode. So the 4 points A, B, C and D will be here. We will connect these points with each other, and the intersection point will get us the answer, which is 22. It looks like 22, so that is 1000 rupees. So from the data we can say that the mode of house rent is around 22,000 rupees. Okay, so with that I end my exercise 3.5. I hope you like this method of explaining histograms. I have created these histograms in the Excel. If you want, you can learn that method from the YouTube. If you want to draw histograms in your notebooks, you can. If you don't know how to draw them, even after this much explaining, you can go to YouTube and find the video of drawing the histogram. Like this video, subscribe my channel if you have not, share this with your friends. If you have any suggestions in the comment section below, you can put your suggestions. I will be happy to hear from you. Next time in the next tutorial, I will end the chapter 3 and I will see you again. Welcome students to Vitansar's Unacount Academy. That's better way to success for you. I am Vitan Vora and I teach accountancy, statistics and social science. You can contact me on my cell number 919426310184. Please give a sub to my channel and also check out my other video playlist which you can see on the screen. Thank you and I will see you in the next video.